To all the so-called Christ followers, could I make a suggestion? Could we make a more legitimate claim as to the leader of this procession? I mean, I know Jesus is your shepherd, which makes you all his sheep. But if you'd open your eyes, you might see that you've been deceived. Jesus taught to love men. These churches just teach judgment. Now you shake your head and you tell me that's only God's place, but when you won't look me in the eye, I can see it on your face. So you show up to the party sporting your piety-bedazzled slacks and start reciting your baffle-gab, not so quietly in the back. But it's just an unintelligible argot, whose target is the book whose cover looked like their heart is the hardest. Well, pardon my harshness, but it's all just a load of garbage. Now, it may not be my place, but I'd like to remind you that aside from all this bullshit you've resigned to, Jesus came to teach us a benign truth, that if you seek love, then you have to find it. But then religion came along, they organized and metastasized it, and bastardized it, so we got these half-assed pastors advertising a crass cross to the passive masses, and the latter buys it. So they bred them for bedlam over time, fed them their breadcrumbs and wine, told them it holds some spiritual nutrition, but instead of manna from heaven, they poisoned you with tradition. It isn't what you envision. So the cycle goes brainwash, rinse, repeat. Brainwash, rinse, repeat. Brainwash, rinse, repeat. And we're all just brainwashed. But if the cycle goes brainwash, rinse, repeated, then the cycle may never be completed. Our spirits can never be depleted, so if we rise up, the cycle might be deleted. We like to argue about whose family was cursed first, but the roots of every tree are founded in dirt, birthed by the same earth. There's only one spirit, there's only one mind. There's only one love, and I'd like it to be mine. So I finally found the time to peel the scales from my eyes. And appalled by what I saw, I crawled back and appealed to the scales in the sky. Was it right or wrong for me to write this song? Well, I may never know, but if I die, this might live on. See, the time is nigh. We'll be high and dry if the eye and I can't see eye to eye. And the truth is that this eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, brute force course may cause the fall that'll be the end of us all. Shit, of course, with horses, you can lead them to freedom, but you can't beat them into believing, because the man will brainwash, rinse, and repeat them, feed them their lies, and impeding their minds so they can't even see that they're blind. So to all those who are seated on high with your secrets to hide, you're free to decide to set the means to the side, just focus on the end and leave them behind, but I'm thinking it's time for you to reach for the skies, because I'm bleeding you dry to bring you to your knees and you need a greedy demise. Because if the cycle goes brainwash, rinse, repeated, then the cycle may never be completed. But our spirits can never be depleted, so if we rise up, the cycle might be deleted. Now, are you mice or are you men? Are you chasing cheese in the rat race? Shit, we might have our answer then. See, I can't seem to get my cap wrapped around this brass taxonomy. All these lab rats dressed as fat cats trapped in a cultural monopoly, searching for some mythical symbiotic pathology, not knowing that their intention is not to be. Now, beyond debating that you've been propagating these special cultivars that you've bred on boulevards, you say you're sapient, but I don't sense a scent of sentience in their dense sentence to a dollar bill existence. Since you've, in a sense, incensed an intense insensitivity to their innocence, hence the greed tenant in the hood of the temperament, and that's just like 10%. And the general public stomach is poisoned with bad habits, all because their budget is poised on an aglet. So they burn the candle at both ends, in the hopes that they'll meet before the soul's end. And they dip their toes into the melted wax, as they fell through the cracks from carrying hell in their backs, down the road to Damascus, to the shoulders of Atlas that are holding the masses, shrug and shirk it off and bring a close to the madness. And I hope that it happens soon, because I'm sick of the sycophants' antics, peddling the plans of the pedantic man's meddling hands to the frantic hoi polloi, annoyed by their employment, with no voice, exploited with no enjoyment. So they're scraping the barrel's bottom, because the water won't bear the flotsam. Just going to see how far it gets them, unaware that they're the jetsam. So once again, I'll just acknowledge and clarify that these people on top are merely obligate parasites, who terrorize us with lies we can't oppose, because we're both terrified of life without a host.